They say the best hikes in Banff start before the sunrise. All right, 4:57 in the morning, woke up at 3 a.m. We're here on the bus heading into the park for the sunrise excursion. And we got a big hike ahead of us too. Let's do it. A 45-minute drive later, we caught the 5:30 shuttle, just in time for the first light to touch the valley of the 10 peaks. But even at sunrise, the place was already packed. Hundreds of people wrapped in blankets, their phones out, ready to catch the sunrise. And even though there were signs telling people not to walk in certain places, they did anyway. We called them the Blanket Brigade. They were there to witness the sunrise that's gone viral around the world. We stayed a while to slowly watch the place light up. But instead of standing shoulder to shoulder on the famous rock pile, we walked down to the lake shore.
What's this say?
Seeing Moraine Lake's turquoise water perfectly still, that was the real magic, and something I highly recommend. From here, we hit the Sentinel Pass Trail, part of the legendary Larch Valley route, one of Banff National Park's crown jewels. We followed the signs that read, "Stay on the trail, no shortcuts." These rules aren't just for erosion control, they're for safety. This valley that we'll be hiking through is prime grizzly bear habitat. In fact, this area, Moraine Lake and Paradise Valley, has seen some of the park's most intense bear activity. In the late 1990s, several hikers had a close encounter with a female grizzly protecting her cubs near Larch Valley, leading Parks Canada to enforce groups of 4 hiking restrictions for safety. So yes, we kept our bear spray ready and stayed alert. The trail climbed steadily through dense alpine forest. Before long, it opens up into a clearing where a log bridge crosses a stream. This is the first real glimpse at the surrounding peaks: Mount Temple, Mount Fay, Mount Deltaform, all part of the iconic Valley of the 10 Peaks. There's even a bench along the trail, a perfect rest stop where you can take in the amphitheater of jagged summits. A little further up, the forest gives way to the wide open meadows of Larch Valley. The view is stunning, 360-degree mountain vistas. And these twin lakes sitting right below the pass. Now, this is where the trail gets real. From Larch Valley, it's a steep climb, about 4 kilometers from the fork to the top. Step by step, you'll climb between 2 towering rock spires, called the Sentinels, which gives this pass its name. When you finally reach the summit, Sentinel Pass, elevation 8,528 feet, you feel like you're standing on the edge of the world. To your left, you can see Paradise Valley unfolding below. And to your right, the shimmering Twin Lakes. Okay, here we are in Banff National Park. This is Paradise Valley behind us. We climbed up all the way. I'll show you here. Larch Valley from down there. It doesn't look that far, but it's pretty far down and around. Look at those views. Let me tap that for you. Check it out. Sentinel Pass, I think is what we came up, but also you could hike all the way up here. You see some hikers in the back. But you have to have helmets for that, or you should have helmets for that. So we're not gonna do that. For now, we're just gonna hang out up here at the top, eat some lunch, make our way back down later, and maybe find some other trails to get into. It's cold up here. The descent from Sentinel Pass might even be more beautiful than the climb. Morning light floods the valley. Just look at these views. You realize why the Stoney Nakoda people called this area the place of the 10 peaks. Each mountain representing a spirit that guarded the valley. Long before tourism and Instagram, this was a sacred land, a place of vision quests and solitude. And the stream snakes down towards Moraine Lake. The sound of water echoes through the canyon. The melt from Eiffel Peak and Mount Babel feeding the valley below. I would have been happy just laying in a hammock right here for a few hours, but we decided to hike back down, and we reached the junction where we turned right onto Eiffel Lake Trail, which wraps around the mountainside. The path hugs the cliffs, then opens up to a scree field where the lake suddenly appears. Eiffel Lake, named after Eiffel Peak, not the Paris Tower. It's one of those places that makes you forget time. At nearly 7,000 feet above sea level, this lake sits in absolute silence. A sapphire bowl, cradled by peaks that looks painted against the sky. Stories circulate among local hikers who underestimate the trail's exposure or sudden weather changes. In 2020, a group had to be airlifted from Eiffel Lake after lightning struck the ridge. A reminder that even beauty can be dangerous here. Heading back down, the trail feels different, calmer, more intimate. Wildflowers line the edges, and the smell of pine fills the air. Through gaps in the trees, Moraine Lake glows, just like a turquoise jewel far below. Back at the lake, we stopped at the little general store for hot coffee, the kind that somehow tastes better after a 10-mile hike. Then we decided to rent one of the Moraine Lake canoes and pushed off into the bluest water you can imagine. Being out there, surrounded by those massive peaks, was surreal. Like paddling inside a postcard. We went all the way across to the far side of the lake and found a quiet cove. It was a place to honor a promise. We spread some of my mom's ashes in that cold crystal water. We were supposed to come here together in 2020, but COVID changed those plans. Still, sitting in that canoe, surrounded by the beauty she would have loved, it felt like she finally made it. Some hikes challenge your body, others heal your heart. This one did both. So listen, if you ever find yourself in Banff National Park, don't just see Moraine Lake, hike it. From Larch Valley to Sentinel Pass to Eiffel Lake, this trail captures everything that makes Canadian Rockies legendary: beauty, danger, and peace. Listen, if you enjoyed this hike, do me a favor, hit subscribe, drop a comment about your favorite hike in Banff, and share this video with someone who loves adventure. Thanks for hiking with me, and I'll see you on the next trail.